And when they saw the boldness of Peter and John, they perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men. They marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. And behold, the man which was healed standing with them, they could say nothing against it. And they want to know what we're going to do with these men. Because a notable miracle's been done. Can't deny it. But, verse 17, that it spread no further. Joseph, do you think that same Spirit's alive?
Oh, yes.
I know it is. But that it spread no further among the people. Let us straitly threaten them that they speak henceforth to no man in the name of Jesus. In this name. What name? Jesus. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all nor teach in the name of Jesus. But Peter and John answered and said unto them, whether it be right in the sight of God to hearken unto you more than to God judge ye. We already know what the answer is. And we know where we stand. But you figure it out. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. See? They threatened. Now, after they threatened them, what did they do? Verse 23, and being let go, they went to their own company and reported all that the chief priests and elders had said unto them. See, there ain't nothing wrong with us wanting to share our testimonies one with another. And when they heard that, they lifted up their voice to God with one accord and said, Lord, thou art God, with one accord. Which has made heaven and earth and the sea and all that is in them is, who by the mouth of thy servant David has said, why did the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things? The kings of the earth stood up, the rulers were gathered together against the Lord and against His Christ. Then, if you look in verse 29, and now, Lord, behold their threatenings, and grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word. And see, we can read all down through here and read all these situations and read about how that they, because of what spirit they had, how that they all wanted everybody to, have all things common. That was just the spirit that they had. And reads about Ananias and Sapphira, how that, they wanted to look. They wanted to look. They wanted to be part of the, well, we sold stuff too. Help us all, Jesus. Then over in chapter 5, verse 42, after everything they went through, after they were beaten, matter of fact, let me start reading with verse 33. When they heard that, they were cut to heart and took counsel to slay him. Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, lawyer, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth for a little space. Let me talk to you a minute. And said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves, what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theodotus, boasting himself to be somebody, and whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves. See, some kind of little sect, who was slain. And all but as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. After this man rose up, Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of God, you cannot overthrow it. Lest haply you be found even to fight against God. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and they still beat them. They commanded that they should not speak in the name of Jesus, and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. And daily in the temple and in every house they ceased not to teach and preach Jesus Christ. Glory, hallelujah.
Glory to God.
I shall not be moved. Though all hell assail me, I shall not be moved. Just like a tree